Hi everyone, it's Aaron Mortimer here from Mariner Insurance again. Today I'm very pleased to have Kevin Geard. Kevin Geard is the man, the brains and the inspiration behind Ski MD. Kevin's a specialist jet ski servicer and repairer, and if there's anything to know about jet skis, Kevin will know it. So let's find out a little bit about Kevin. Kevin, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, thanks Aaron, that's a bit of a glamorous introduction. I've been involved with sales and service of personal watercraft for 25 years, and over the last 10 years we've operated a mobile service where we come to you. We also have a workshop based in Te Aroha, which is for bringing the bigger jobs back to.
Excellent. And you've been on the water lots yourself. What's the attraction that you find that people have for jet skis? Why do people get into a jet ski?
Basically, the jet ski evolution has come through the fact that people no longer have a Kiwi quarter acre. It's much easier to store a jet ski than it is a small boat, and you can also have it in and out of the water by yourself, and the clean-up time on a jet ski is 15-20 minutes compared to bringing a boat back in the big washdown. You also find with a jet ski you go out and use your own gas rather than 10 friends come and use all yours.
That's a good point too. And I guess you can chuck, you've got these 3 seaters now, so you can put the wife or the girlfriend on the back, you can put your son or your daughter on the back, you can sort of still do some family boating. Is that what you see? Yeah,
absolutely, and probably the advent of jet ski fishing, which was sort of started to come on strong in about 2000, that really revolutionised our business or our industry that used to be a 6-month-a-year seasonal thing.
Right.
Now it's gone right through, people are fishing all year round.
Yeah. Right, well we've got a jet ski here. Now if I was a potential purchaser of a jet ski, what are some of the things I should be looking at or thinking about?
Okay, so principally if I'd come to your house today, Aaron, to have a look at this ski for sale, the first thing I'd look at is what's the condition of the ski. I'd be looking at it like a car, and I'd be thinking to myself, does Aaron look after his jet ski? And it appears from the surface that he does.
Right.
The next thing I'd be saying to you, can you show me your service records?
Right.
And I want to see that ski's been serviced within the last 12 months, and have a look through the notes and find out if there's any little things that needed addressing at the next visit. These modern skis are all due for service at every 50 engine hours or 12 monthly, whichever comes first. Right. So there's no good buying a 5-year-old jet ski that's done 50 hours and they say, oh, it's not due till 100 hours. Right. That's not a thing. So
what happened there? I understand it's like you're getting pretty high tech now. So if you're using it 5 or 10 years a year and hours a year, and you leave it for 3 years, what are you setting yourself up for a bigger bill when you come to finally get it serviced or not?
Potentially that can be the case. There's parts, particularly in a Sea-Doo, that deteriorate over time, irrespective of the hours. It's kind of like the dentist. If you don't go, it's going to get you.
Right, that's a good answer. Okay, cool. Right, what else should we be looking at, Kevin?
Yeah, so once we've looked at the general condition, I'm happy with the service records. I've had a look through the engine bay to make sure it's clean, tidy, no corrosion. I've had a look up the jet pump, and I've had a look underneath the ski to see if it's been ridden onto the beach every time.
What are you looking at the jet pump for? What would you...
Just any signs of damage to the impeller. Same as get down on your back, look up through the intake grate, have a look at the lead edges of the impeller. If it's not damaged, then the person's obviously looked after it, moored it offshore while they've gone and got the trailer and things like that. To me, and as the uneducated eye coming here to purchase it, and it all looks good, your service records are good, next thing I'm going to do is organise a pre-purchase inspection with a reputable dealership.
Okay. In terms of the pre-purchase inspection, any idea roughly how long it takes, how much they cost, those sorts of things?
Pre-purchase inspection on a craft like this is probably going to cost you in the vicinity of $250. It's a sort of a 4-page report on everything from top to toe, and it's also going to tell you some of the things that are known issues with this model further down the track, and just set you up so that you're not blindsided by any hidden costs later.
So that's probably a pretty good investment. I mean, the price of skis these days, and even some, we've seen lately, some of the second-hand ones have been holding value quite well. Spending $250 on a 3, 4, 5-year-old ski is probably a pretty good way to go. So when you're buying the jet ski, you're obviously buying the trailer as well. So Kevin, when we're looking at the jet ski, it comes with a trailer. What should we be looking at as far as the trailer goes?
Okay, so there's 2 main things with respect to trailers. They come in 2 varieties, one being carpet runners and the others being full roller trailers. If people are doing boat ramp launches predominantly, carpet skids are a better option because they bear the weight of the ski evenly on the trailer. And if they are predominantly doing beach launching, then it's definitely better to have a roller trailer. It's much easier to get them up off the hard.
Right.
When we look at a trailer, we'll just skip through, have a quick check for rust, make sure the LED lights are working, make sure the registration plate's still on and it's got a warrant and registration. While servicing this ski this morning, we found that one of the wheel bearing caps was missing, so that can obviously lead to a wheel bearing failure quite quickly once it's been in the salt water. So yeah, when you're doing a pre-purchase inspection, not only is it the jet ski, we're definitely running over the trailer as well.
Great. As far as the jockey wheel and this goes, it's just a matter of greasing these, I guess, is it?
Yeah, they should be covered in service as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, and in terms of the hitches, they're all pretty standard these days, aren't they, in terms of there's different pins and locks and through there, different brands doing different things, or?
Yeah, predominantly with trailer hitches now you've got 1 7/8 or 50mm tow bars, and some of them switch between the two of them, but the trailer that you've got here, that comes standard with 1 7/8, and most people put a drawbar lock across the top of it, so the trailer's still there when they get back from their trip.
Yeah, well that's a trick, isn't it? I mean, from an insurance perspective, I mean, people often say, oh, why do I need to put the coupling lock on the trailer when I'm out on the ski? Well, it's so that when you come back, and it's the same with trailer boats as well, you know, you can often get a claim where somebody's out on the boat, they think nobody will steal the trailer, but they'll come back, it's just been clipped off and off they go. And you know, trailers are very easy to resell on Trade Me. You can re-register them, you can galvanise them, bang, off you go. So yeah, that's a good point. So in terms of pre-purchase inspections and you know, doing your due diligence before you buy, I understand that you do pre-purchase inspections, is that right? Yeah,
we do a pre-purchase inspection. So in the first instance, the customer will have looked at the ski themselves. They will have gone through the points that we've talked about. They will have checked the service sticker to make sure it's up to date, or negotiating the price with the customer for that service to be done prior to them purchasing it. We've had a funny story with service stickers. People that are wanting to sell a lemon will obviously go to great lengths to make sure that that the buyer is fooled, and we've seen our service stickers that they've had the dates and the hours rubbed off and been rewritten in someone else's handwriting.
Oh, no.
So you've got to be careful. You've got to make sure those service records match up with what the sticker says.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I mean, one of the ways that I sort of found out about you in the nicest possible way, on my previous jet ski, I come from a sailing background, and I didn't really, even though I've insured a lot of them, I didn't really know a lot about them, so I wanted to sort of upskill myself. And I came across you, and people had told me about you, but the other thing they mentioned was the jet ski guide, the buyer's guide that you do. What prompted you to put this guide together?
So over the summer period, when we're flat out servicing and fixing everyone's jet ski, my phone would ring 30 times a day with people asking me every question that's in that book.
Right, okay.
So we took quite a long time to compile the information in that, and it gets updated annually as models change. And when you're purchasing a second-hand jet ski, you want to try and keep it within the 10-year lifespan period to guarantee spare parts availability and all the rest of it. So they kind of do roll off the end after that. Us Kiwis do like to keep things going for 20 plus.
Well, it's the same with the yachts, and there's a lot of old classic 40-year-old yachts out there still going strong.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. You just have to be prepared that it is going to cost more money, and at some point there'll be a part that you need that they go, we don't, that's not supported any longer.
Well, this is pretty comprehensive. I mean, just flicking through, we've got care and maintenance, rookie errors, the trailer, support in the area through, all throughout the country, North Island, South Island. So yeah, if you're in the market for a jet ski and you're looking to buy one, I'd really recommend checking this out, because I found it really good. Rightio, so we've got the Sea-Doo here, Kevin. Now I've actually got a slot in the Sea-Doo for a fire extinguisher. I don't actually have one, but what do you think about fire extinguishers on PWCs or jet skis?
My personal opinion, and this is probably not the recommended by the manufacturers, is there's 70 litres of petrol in there. If you see a fire, don't add oxygen, jump in the water, get your cell phone, ring your insurance company.
Yeah, well, we've had a few. We haven't had a lot, but we had a couple. So I'd probably be in the same sort of vein. I mean, it's a pretty small platform anyway. I think are you a volunteer firefighter as well?
I'm a volunteer firefighter.
Yeah, so you know what it's about. So Kevin, I don't know if I'm a typical jet ski owner here, but as far as looking after my ski, I take it out, I use it, I bring it home, I flush it. I do use salt away. I think I've been told that's a good thing, so I do it. I wipe it down, give it a good flush, dry it off and put it away, and I get it serviced. Is there anything else I should be doing?
No, these are really like a modern car now, so the only other two aspects that you've got to look at probably before you go out is checking the water level, which is the coolant, particularly on a Sea-Doo, not so on a Yamaha, and then checking the oil. And checking the oil, there's a specific way of going about that, is you need to start the ski and run it for 30 seconds, shut it down, wait for 30 seconds, then check the dipstick just like you would a car.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Actually, if it needs oil, you probably need to talk to your service technicians, because it's very unusual for them to use oil.
Oh, right, okay. That's cool, that's handy to know. Excellent. Rightio, so let's say we bought our jet ski, we're out on the jet ski. This is something I carry, Kevin. It's a clamp. I can clamp off my water intake if I need to get a tow. Now, why should I be doing that?
Yeah, so the main water inline, as soon as the jet ski is being towed across the water, you've got pump pressure, positive pressure in the pump. That's what feeds the cooling system on these, and that will feed up to the water box, which is raw water cooled, and then once the water box is full, it'll run back up into the engine through the open exhaust valves. And that's when you start going down.
Yeah, right, okay.
So
I got this online. I think I got a set of 3 different sizes. It's cheap as chips. It's quite a good thing to have, I think.
Definitely.
And you can, so it wasn't expensive, it was easy to get. So let's say I'm out there. The other thing we sometimes hear of is I've out there, I've had a good day's fishing and my jet ski won't start. What sort of thing could that be? Is there anything you can do about it before you get on the phone or the VHF?
Yeah, once again, these are quite a complicated machine. Everything's computer analysis. If the ski's not starting, not winding over, the only thing that you can really check while you're on the water is your battery. Right. Make sure the terminals are tight, and if they are tight and you're still not getting a start, then yeah, get on that VHF.
Right. Yeah, so look, we know as jet skiers you want 2 forms of communication. VHF and phone are good. Particularly if you're jet skiing by yourself, because as Kevin just told me, there's no auxiliary motors on a jet ski.
Yeah, and the other thing is a PLB, wear it on your person just in case you end up parted from the jet ski.
Yep, no, that's good advice. Rightio, Kevin, well, we bought the ski, we've been out, we've had some adventures, and now it's time to sell our jet ski. So when we're selling, how can we best present our jet ski for sale, or what gives us the best chance to get a quick and a decent sale?
Quick and decent sale, best way is to present it clean and tidy, good photos in your advertising, have it serviced and get your service record, put a picture of the service record also in your advertising, have that within a month, and then someone that comes along, if they're happy with the condition of it, they can see what the dealership has said it is service wise and what's coming up, and that negates the need for a pre-purchase inspection.
Perfect, excellent, that's really good. Rightio, well that's probably about enough from us today. It's been really good having you here, Kevin. Thanks very much for your wise words and your sharing your experience with us.
Yep, appreciate your invitation.
No problem. Now look, if you want to get in touch with Kevin, there's a couple of ways you can do it. He's got a really active Facebook page, SkiMD on Facebook. His website is skimd.co.nz. So no matter what brand you got, Kevin sort of knows the ins and outs. He's good at what he does. We recommend him. So get in touch if you need anything.